Welcome to SVG-TV News for Monday, August 5th, 2019. I am Rochelle Baptiste with the details. The death of veteran politician Sir Vincent Ian Beech is a great loss to the country. This is what the government, members and supporters of the ruling Unity Labour Party and other persons expressed today following news of his death. Sir Vincent died at his home at Spring Estate this morning after a period of illness at age 87. Acting Prime Minister Montgomery Daniel said it is a sad day for Vincentians, noting that Sir Vincent's contribution to nation building and his legacy will long be remembered. We hear more in this report by Larissa Pugsley Kidd.
At about 3:10 a.m. today, Monday, August 5th, 2019, Sir Vincent Ian Beech passed away at his home at Spring Estate at age 87. Sir Vincent was a veteran politician here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a former Member of Parliament for the North Central Windward and South Windward constituencies. Sir Vincent also served as opposition leader and a Minister of Government under both the St. Vincent Labour Party administration of Milton Cato and the Unity Labour Party administration of Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. He retired from active politics just prior to the 2005 general elections. Acting Prime Minister Montgomery Daniel said Sir Vincent will be greatly missed, as he was considered a brother, friend and father to all who knew him.
So that Sir Vincent had played a great role in this country's administration, and he wanted to see the best for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There's no doubt in my mind absolutely that Sir Vincent meant well, and he strived for doing that. One who has always been truthful, one who has been honest, one that is reliable, but at the same time he would have been a no-nonsense individual. He stood for what he think was right.
Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, who is currently in Taiwan, is expected to cut short his visit to Taipei to be back in time for Sir Vincent's funeral. Sir Vincent was the Prime Minister's advisor on a number of matters. At the swearing-in ceremony of SVG's new Governor-General last Thursday, August 1st, the Prime Minister told the gathering that Sir Vincent played a key role in the appointment of Her Excellency, Susan Duggan.
There's one who is not here, whom I discussed the matter on more than one occasion. Even on his sickbed. I speak of Sir Vincent Ian Beech, who is a very wise man, and whom I have to acknowledge today for his sage advice, and the advice given otherwise.
The new Governor-General also acknowledged Sir Vincent during her speech at the swearing-in ceremony.
And who are not present today. My father, Walden Ryan, who is deceased. My elderly mother, Dorothy Ryan. Sir Vincent Beech and the Lady Vida Beech. Oh, how I wish they could have been here today.
Meanwhile, President of the SVG Bar Association, René Baptiste, said Sir Vincent played an integral role in her getting into politics and that she had great respect for him.
This is not a good morning. It's not a good morning. I knew Sir Vincent Beech since I was a child. Then I always had an interest in politics through my mother. And I recall when he was first engaged in politics, people loved to hear him speak. And we went to Byron. And he said, here's the microphone, go up and speak. I said, for me? I never spoke at a political meeting in my life. And I spoke, and he said, that is exactly what you're to do.
Sir Vincent, whose service in public life spanned a period of 47 years from 1972 to 2019, is survived by his wife, Lady Vida Beech, his children, grandchildren, siblings, many other relatives and friends. Reporting for SVG-TV News, Larissa Pogsley-Kidd.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sir Louis Straker, who is currently out of state, expressed his condolences to Sir Vincent's family and friends, noting the many contributions of Sir Vincent up until his passing. Sir Louis called in on the Shake Up program on WeFM today to share what it was like to work alongside Sir Vincent.
Sir Vincent was a good friend of mine. I served under him in the old Labour Party, and I worked with him. As a matter of fact, I served under him as the leader of the opposition and as a colleague in the opposition and in government when we took over in 2001. He's a very humble man, a dedicated man to his duties, has served the country tremendously in the area of agriculture, and of course, as advisor to the Prime Minister in matters of national security. I know he has experience in politics, the agony and the ecstasy in politics.
Sir Louis said Sir Vincent served his constituency of South Windward and SVG on a whole with pride and dignity.
But I can say this without any hypocrisy, that he has served his constituencies of North Central Windward and South Windward very well. He has served the country very well. And he would be a great loss to the Unity Labour Party and a great loss to the country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a country that he loved very much. My deepest sympathy goes out to his wife, Lady Vida, and to all the bereaved, the children and all the bereaved members of the family.
The opposition New Democratic Party, NDP, has also expressed condolences to Sir Vincent's family and friends. In a statement, the NDP said Sir Vincent was a notable politician who served the country with merit in several capacities over the years, and that his legacy is one that cannot be ignored. In other news, the visiting Garifuna delegation has expressed gratitude for the opportunity afforded to them to pay homage to their ancestors' homeland. On Saturday, they paid a special visit to the obelisk here at Dorsetshire Hill, a place they refer to as a sacred ground. We hear more in this report.
The visiting Garifuna delegation paid tribute in songs, dance and prayers at the obelisk at Dorsetshire Hill last Saturday as they reflect on the struggles of their forefathers. Present for this ceremonial visit was Minister of Health Luke Brown, who reiterated the call to reinvigorate the Garifuna way of life as part of the Vincentian culture.
That we have to instill the Garifuna language. We have to instill the Garifuna culture. We have to instill the Garifuna dance. We have to instill the Garifuna way of life. Because that must never die and must never perish from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Our heritage as a Garifuna people and the inheritors of the Garifuna tradition, much like the Garifuna itself.
Honorary Consul General of SVG to Los Angeles, Dr. Cardin Gill, says that the visit is one of many to come as they seek to revive the lost Garifuna culture in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
We would like for this event to continue year after year, and I hope that the contingent will be larger and larger everywhere to bring the message and to be an element as an engine.
Meanwhile, two of the members from the visiting delegation said While for some Vincentians it is just another heritage site, for them it means a lot, noting the brutal hardships endured to protect Urumi. They also deem the obelisk a sacred ground, where it is believed that Paramount Chief Joseph Chatoyer fought and met his death.
A very emotional time because Chatoyer was the last known Garifuna leader for the Garinagu people. Right? It so happened that we were driven from Urumi. To be back in Urumi is the utmost pleasure. To step my feet here on Dorshire Hill, it's a pilgrimage to Mecca.
I'm traveling around the world, my music, my culture, decorated for UNESCO Patrimony Intangible for Humanity. It says this thing happened because Chatoyer fight. Chatoyer died. Have our wife, Barauda. We remember Barauda like a Chatoyer every day in our life. So we are here at home, come back home to our motherland.
Member of the Vinci Homecoming Committee Maxine Brown says she is proud to be a Vincentian and what it means for Garifunas living abroad to have a connection with their ancestors' homeland.
They hold such awe for our blessed homeland, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, what they call, better known as Urumi. Now to me, Maxine, as a Vincentian, we love our country. But when I hear the Garifuna people speak of coming to their homeland, they hold such reverence. And perhaps this is what we need to do for our blessed homeland. We love it here, but show more to prove that love.
A week of activities were organized for the visiting Garifuna delegation. Today, they paid a visit to Baliso. Reporting for SVG-TV News, Larissa Pogsley-Kidd.
Education is key if the youth are to gain a greater appreciation for the meaning of emancipation. Speaking on the Viewpoint program on SVG-TV on Sunday, social activist Idisha Jackson said children can observe a lot of information, and as such, it is important for them to be taught about Africa and emancipation from an early age. Jackson said reenactments of the slave trade along with other cultural activities will go a long way in educating the youth about their past.
Let the kids lie on the ground next to each other to show them how cramped it was in a slave ship, and they start to say, move over, you don't touch me, you jamming up on me. And when they understand that's what the forefathers had to do, and they packed on one another, and the filth from the top would filter down on you, and the urine that you pass will run down, and the vomit would come over, and they understand that is what our great-grandfathers had to go through. So you bring it down to their level where they can actually see. You understand? You tell them all about the great things, and we have them reenact them, have skits, have little things where they can actually feel that, you know sometimes at Christmas we would have the Jesus and the Mary story. We have them reenact these stories, we have them act as kings. And I really had loved when we had our carnival and we used to have the non-fancy, and Owen Ralph used to bring a lot of the African tribes and all of that, and you would have us dress up, because that's when I used to play mass. You understand? So if we could even go to the point of having an emancipation mass style activity where the kids can put on their costumes representing different tribes and so forth, I think these are steps that we can take. But
another panelist on the program, historian Dr. Adrian Fraser, agreed that education is key in sharing history, noting that it is important for persons to be able to look back and determine if they are on the correct path based on where they came from.
Mention a few ways in which this could be done. I also want to stress again, it's important about the signals we send out. And what I find is that on these holidays, we need to have a careful assessment, particularly as I call of the journey. Now, I anticipate that for independence, we'll be celebrating. There's so many things, we have so many motor cars, we need to look, assess it in a way that you understand what are the shortcomings. We have taken a journey and we have reached a certain point, but let us look back and see where the weaknesses, where could we go? Are we on the correct path? And I think we need to approach it in that kind of way. But important to all of this, if we are going to make emancipation meaningful, is that people have to know more about what emancipation means. And it means not waiting until emancipation day or the day before emancipation.
Using a quote from Martin Luther King, member of the Local Reparations Committee, Mikhail Yusuf Mohammed, said it is important for the youth to feel a connection to the past in order to chart a way to the future.
We see that happening with our youth right now. We have a whole segment of our population who look ahead and don't see a place for themselves, an interest for themselves. What surrounds them, they don't feel connected to it. That's real. It's not just, so history is not just a question of books and feeling proud, but it's having an impact right now in our society. And so those that do have, whether possession or knowledge, need to realize how it is in their best interest to come together right now and pass it down and create that environment where young people can grow and foster a sense of pride in themselves, a sense of possibilities, and the fact that there's actually no limit to what they can accomplish right now, then everybody will benefit. So it's not just a question of culture and having festivities, is what on a day-to-day basis that will translate into.
Vincentians are benefiting from a reduction in the price for LPG cooking gas across the 4 areas, which took effect last Thursday, August 1st, 2019. In Area 1, within a radius of 2 miles of the courthouse in Kingstown, the 20-pound cylinder moved from $34.66 to $33.13. The 25-pound cylinder decreased from $42.80 to $40.16. The 100-pound cylinder moved from $168.31 to $160.63. In Area 2, all areas lying between Lanley Park and Curtains, the 20-pound cylinder moved from $35.36 to $34.13. The 25-cylinder moved from $43.08 to $41.16. The $100 cylinder decreased from $168.31 to $130.33. Similar decreases were seen in Area 3, which are all areas on the mainland other than those falling within Area 1 and 2. The 20-pound cylinder moved from $36.36 to $35.13. The 25-pound cylinder decreased from $44.08 to $42.16. The 100-pound cylinder decreased from $168.31 to $160.33. Decreases were also registered in Area 4, which is the Grenadines. The 20-pound cylinder decreased from $39.60 to $38.13. The 20-pound cylinder decreased from $47.08 to $45.16. The 100-pound cylinder also moved from $189.31 to $181.63. Motorists, however, will have to dig a little deeper into their pockets as petrol price moved from $12.02 to $12.97 a gallon. Diesel also increased from $11.64 to $11.79. In other news, quality seeds lead to a quality crop, and members of the Women in Agriculture for Rural Development Program, WARD, and agriculture science students from the North Union Secondary School recently got the opportunity to have a hands-on experience in producing seedlings. Speaking at a ceremony where WARD received a grant of $200,000 to improve their greenhouse and other key infrastructure and to provide key training and technical support in Region 3, Extension Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, Tyrone John, said much like the seedlings, the youth must be nurtured and they need guidance to blossom into the farmers of tomorrow.
To say that Sandy Bay Primary School in the last competition with agriculture came first, while the Adelphi Secondary School came second, both in Region 3. Yes? So we ought to be happy and proud about that. I am asking Ward to continue working along with the students over the years to come. Yes? And as this project has it has the infrastructural and training components, and it seems as though I'll be expected to coordinate the training aspect due to my portfolio as the supervisor of this region. The training over the next 3 months would include seedling production, pest and diseases identification and management, agronomic practices, production plans and forecasting, record keeping, and compost making. Yes? I believe that the members of the group would find the training rather interesting.
Another extension officer, Lynette Thomas, who serves as a facilitator of the training exercise, said given the lack of seedling nurseries in the country, it is crucial for the members of ward and the agriculture students to be adequately trained in this area.
I know today in St. Vincent that we have limited seedling nurseries, and working with ward today, you know, it's an encouraging spirit, because the amount of young women and mothers I see take part in the workshop today, I can see the enthusiasm that they really want to do this for the public and for the farming community. So I encourage farmers, I encourage the public, housewives who will be doing farming or backyard gardening, to really come out and support ward when they actually launch their greenhouse and their nursery production in vegetables production. I encourage them to plant quality seedlings, so in so doing they will be able to give the public and the farmers in St. Vincent and Grenadines a proper seedlings at the end of their production, of their cycle in seedling production.
Members of ward, other farmers and the students of the North Union Secondary School highlighted what they learned from the exercise.
I do lots of different variety of vegetables, but today I learned something new. Normally when I set up my seed I would not soak it with the rice lick, but today I learned that is something that I learned new today. So I definitely is going to take back this with me and to practice it.
I'm accustomed doing seedlings all for the past 10-12 years, but a while ago now, we never, as Sister Jacqueline said, we never apply the rice like as soon as we set the seeds. What we used to do is to sprinkle some Miracle-Gro. So now I know this is will be less disease and so forth, and I think we are on our right way.
I used to set my seeds. I spray the soil first, and then between 7 days I go back and I set my seed. But I learned a different way today, so I'll apply that. Thank you.
About a lot this evening. I learned about how to sow seeds in seed trays, and this will help me in my education with my SBAs and so on.
Today at this workshop we learned how to prepare seedlings in seed trays for very good reasons, such as selling and other things that can help us later on in agriculture.
We also learned that there are various diseases that affect the seedlings, and we also learned how to treat them.